That's been something that we've been seeing quite a bit actually this week, is less octanes, maybe not even necessarily heading towards the Dominus, just different things still utilizing the same hitbox for most of them. As Archie shot, and there's the BDS Slayer.
What was this pass from Metsunoris as well? Archie pre-jumped him and Metsunoris sniped him. Perfect height for the absolute banger to the top shelf. That's ridiculous. I mean, Archie jumped as the pass.
All offense. Here's Extra. Tried to fake out and go low on Metza, who has proven himself the king of longevity over here in Europe. Just always seems to be able to find an extra way to reinvent himself. Stay relevant to the scene, and Extra shot. Found it off the top of the goal, but really shouldn't have made it that far.
Archie was circling the box looking for small boost pads. Metsunoris also out of boost, and neither player able to.
An Extra would have looked for a player, didn't have the support from the rest of the team. 1 minute left here. No goals to separate them. That might be about to change. Archie drops it and couldn't quite decide if he wanted to infield or to shoot.
A tough read on the back wall there. Archie almost got it. Oh, that's the great read. The relating wave nails it. Metsunoris there for the follow-up. And Endpoint are battering the backboard. Monkey Moon stuck completely flat tire, flat footed on the goal line there as he waited for the ball to come towards him.
However, they might have a shot at this.
And they're still going to be able to keep this one up. Multiple 50-50s going in the favor of BDS here. Archie does have control of the situation though. Drops it over the top for the last man for BDS. Confirms the win. Being great as a team playing for each other. And still BDS putting on a ton of pressure. And they've managed to do so without making any big mistakes in this game either. Daunting proposition. BDS up the pressure. Monkey Moon gets, I think, a bit of a fortunate dunk really, but you've got to also point out it is a mistake that leads to it, so it is rewarded. Relating wave didn't clear that ball in a safe angle. Hits it right into Monkey Moon, who has predicted correctly where the bad clear is going to go.
It's now Extra on the way back. Blocked by Metza, who's got boost to keep this play going. But Monkey Moon's got something far more important, and that's just called being quicker than you. Oh, that's a good position. That's not goal number 2. Off the bump, no chance anyone's going to get back.
Yeah, you can't really blame Relating Wave for going here. He had no boost. If he sits back in net, he will just be a sitting duck for Monkey Moon to come and bump. So he threw himself at the 50-50, tried to get it, not interested. The comeback still on for Endpoint. They're going to need to do something special. I like to watch BDS did earlier. It's not going to happen though. They've gotten a bit too close to each other in that last play. Obviously trying to be as aggressive as they can with time running out, but they didn't communicate exactly whose ball that was quickly enough. BDS up by 3.
For Endpoint, this just looks like one of those games where you're up against BDS, you lose a goal, and you just have to open up your play a little bit more. BDS so good at converting 1 goals to 2 goals. That's the attempted pre-jump. Unfortunately, passed not quite high enough, or realistically off the floor at all. Will Seiko make it number 4? Just gonna walk the ball in, and that's 4-0. Endpoint have found the gauntlet thrown on the floor in front of them. BDS unfazed by losing game 1, unfazed by losing the previous series.
You know, 4-0 is, I think, it's definitely a bit.
4, just gonna walk the ball in, and that's 4-0. Endpoint have found the gauntlet thrown on the floor in front of them. BDS unfazed by losing game 1, unfazed by losing the previous series.
You know, 4-0 is, I think,
no shot whatsoever. But Endpoint do a solid job of, we're behind, we've got to go for this. And they don't usually take too many liberties because the problem is, BDS are just, they punish everything. One slight misposition against a team that has to be more aggressive is everything they want. And Endpoint about to be put to the same test. A goal down, only 4 seconds in.
Oh man, Monkey Moon's been in the gym. He just shrugged off a little bump on the way to the ball here. And then muscles Relating Wave over the line. 1-0 BDS already. Again, Endpoint have made the correct follow-up play after losing a kickoff on this one.
Dear.
That one is not to write home about. They made the right follow-up on the first one, but this is absolutely shambolic. Where are you going, Archie? The net's on your left and the ball's in your net. I know the boost at the mid-right looks tasty, but that's not the play.
Well, that's deflating if you're an Endpoint fan.
I know the boost at the mid-right looks tasty, but that's not the play.
Well, that's deflating if you're an Endpoint fan out there. Oh, it might get worse. Oh, dear.
It's embarrassing.
Okay, well,
how have they conceded 3 times in 11 seconds? What on earth are they doing on the kickoffs? Archie, where are you going? The goal's behind you. He's made the same mistake again. He's turning up the line. The ball's behind him. That is absolutely embarrassing, Shogun. Archie needs to take a good hard look at himself in the mirror and ask, why am I turning up field on the same kickoff? What is going on here? Does he need a coach to tell him? I don't know what's going on. Actually,
you said earlier on, you asked what he's doing. I'm really hoping that was rhetorical. I ain't got. Oh dear. Right, well, 4-0, 22 seconds in. This game might already be over. I mean, BDS should not be throwing a 4-0.
Forfeit. No, they're not allowed to forfeit.
At this point, all right, here's what I've got. If we want some Endpoint copium, I'm throwing this out there right now because I know Cole and Stumpy, they're probably listening. Give us some Endpoint copium. How are they going to do this? Here you go. Here's something to help you out.
Like this. Okay.
One goal down, happening? 3 to go, and I want them to send me reasons as to why Endpoint are going to make this comeback stick.
And that was actually a really good pass by Metsunoris, to be fair. He was up early for that one, and he knew to put it into the wall instead of towards the goal where Monkey Moon was coming to block him. A really good pass. Long. They're definitely going to need to identify that problem during a timeout later on.
I mean, you can, create a whole kickoff during the timeout. What, 2 minutes? You can sort something out in that time.
There's some.
Oh, wait a minute!
Multiple.
Okay.
Making plays, Jogan. This is actually a game all of a sudden. Metsunoris delayed flip, double taps it into the middle almost. Stuck around. He didn't just rotate out blindly. Stuck around waiting for the pass, making the goal a bit bigger, Metsunoris. And gets it within 2.
Down to 2. This would be... It's something that we don't stop talking about. If BDS do go on to lose this, you can build up all of the credit you want. You can win all of the regionals you want. You shouldn't be dropping a 4-goal lead. Archie's got the brace, and it's 1 goal between them.
I actually don't understand what I'm seeing here. BDS are committing so hard on every play when there's no need. There's 2 plays. Seiko and Monkey Moon are both pressing goal game after a 4-0.
There's no way.
Not what we were expecting. Good job, Monkey Man, getting back after the kickoff went against him to actually cover the goal. Archie, take notes.
All right, first touch. NA in general. Stop looking at it. Oh, it happened! 4 goals gone in a minute.
I do not believe it. Monkey Man was starved, helpless, extra unable to get back to cover him. What? Are we on track for the highlight overall for the next 20 minutes? It's the only thing that makes sense now with competitive Rocket League. But this is, in fact, the lower final if you've just tuned in. The winner of this plays for the tournament later on today. Oh, Monkey Man's not interested in OT just yet. Snipes the top shelf. Looks like there were a little bit of boost issues there for Metsunoris and Archie getting bullied in the net. So great play off the ball there from BDS. Extra taking Archie out of the game.
1 minute left. Is that going to be a 2-goal lead? The shot's up high. Extra finds the target. And that's a 2-goal lead reestablished.
A great turn by Extra. Notice how Monkey Moon passes the ball into the center, off the corner wall instead of the backboard, gets it into the middle more quickly, and Extra always waiting at the far post. It's something BDS have done excellently this whole weekend. All 3 players as third man approaching from the far post side, giving them more options with angles to shoot. So much by scoring 4 straight after going down 4-0 in a matter of seconds. Since then, the game really calmed down, and BDS for the team to put it together in the final third with some more physical play combined with boost starving for the first to shut down any thoughts of a timeout. I think they probably know what went wrong in that play in that last game. Although that being said, anyone wondering, did they?
Oh, he's gone.
No. Oh, Seiko nails this play onto Relaying Wave. Relaying Wave's been playing a lot of ones recently, but no amount of ones practice is going to stop that play that Seiko put onto him. Perfect. Air dribble bump from close range.
That's just the best possible setup you can go for. First touch really was just checkmate. And BDS continuing from where they left off. Waiting wave. Oh, the reset was a good idea. Just ended up having an argument with the floor. And this extra does finally clear. 1 minute down. We've only seen 1 goal scored. Maybe we'll get another minute down. And there's our second. All right, we're 6 more away from being on target.
It's still an incredible goal per minute record here. Of a team pinch from Relating Wave and Archie actually sets up Archie perfectly for the... I think that's a harsh outlook.
It definitely was. But they have definitely found their mode, and they are desperate to try and give themselves the win, and they have done so. Extra off the infield pass. 94 seconds to do it. Metza just left 1 loose thread, and it was good enough.
1 mistake from Endpoint is all it took. Relating Wave and Metza both jumped. That means Relating Wave can't follow up on Metza's touch. Metza's touch wasn't well to be going that high, but at least he got a piece onto it, so that stopped the counter-attack from Endpoint, or at least delayed it a little bit. But BDS, they're overall showing a lot of patience here once again. I think they've decided that Endpoint are not going to overextend. There's no point trying to batter them. But oh, what a pass. Mestanaris snipes Relating Wave in the center. That was just perfectly hit. He didn't have boost to play with this one, but side flips to hit the ball directly towards Relating Wave, who sniped that bottom corner as well. Perfect consecutive touch
for Monkey Moon. That backboard, Archie tries to get there. He has done so. Very important to help his team out, get away from this position, but Metz is so mispositioned. He's got himself all twisted up. And that's 1-1.
Mestanaris off the goal line a bit. I think he was one eye on Seiko, who was threatening a demo as well. Just ended up sideways to the play. Just having to guess where Extra is going to hit it. 1-1 for BDS. Place in the rotation. You know, it's all about what Endpoint really want. Do they want the ball in the middle of the pitch, or do they want it in the back corner? Because they got 1 player in the back corner, 1 player in the middle of the pitch. So you can't do that with both. You can't cheat into different positions with both of your players and get the ball both ways. You've got to pick one. Oh, that's
very nice.
Relating Wave picks out his spot excellently. He sniped bottom left for the first goal, bottom right for the second one. The positioning of his power on that shot is so deceptive on the setup. On the right side, crosses over to the left of the ball, completely catches Seiko off guard. There's going to be some kind of passing play from close range, but he did well to discover the most dangerous option. And often, you know, you just got to get a touch on the ball as quickly as you can, and a safe manner. Now Seiko, tight angle double. He's got it. Of course he does.
Ridiculous.
BDS tie the game once again, and it's a nightmare scenario for Endpoint. Their former player Seiko styling on him. What an angle with the double that was.
And I want to point out the same thing as I did for Relief.
Snipes Extra, but not really going anywhere yet for BDS. Monkeyman had to just leave the attack.
Oh, there's a chance.
Oh, it's a goal as well. Relating Wave back to the bottom left. And out of nowhere, they have got a game win. Relating Wave 1-2 with Archie. Archie actually just leaving the ball here to go and try and pressure Extra, who got a worst possible touch. He thought it was going to be a 50-50, but Archie just drove right past him.
How smart was that from...
Every time. Don't pre-jump against this guy. Bottom left, bottom right, bottom left in the hat trick. In the bag for Relating Wave. Still a long way back in a matchup that overall they have looked pretty uncomfortable in today. And oh no, it's happened again, Shogun. This time it's not Archie in the back corner, but Mestanaris left in just as awkward a position as Seiko 1v1s him. Archie demoing the wrong guy there. That wasn't the threat. Seiko, the guy you want to be taking out.
I'm going to offer the most backhanded ray of hope.
In the timeout between games, but that was Endpoint keeping the ball up in BDS box and almost getting a goal out of it. Another Relating Wave shot to a bottom corner. He's actually missed this one as well, actually. I don't think Relating Wave expected to get a clean shot on that one. Probably anticipating a 50, but Archie's managed to get one through not long after. Endpoint, yeah, another equalizer. Extra just misreads the bounce completely on that one.
It's a bit of an interesting metagame starting to occur between both these teams because they look...
At least not as well as the passes have. Maybe it's a combination of the two. If the pass is something the player has to stretch out to get, then it does make the shot more difficult. Overall, what we can say is that the combinations that Endpoint are throwing...
Oh,
look at these things. Oh, that's got in. Wait a second. Well, they didn't get the goals from conventional passing positions, but again, they're able to create something out of nothing in the back corner. It didn't look like much was happening here, but Relating Wave manages to snipe the ball.
It gave Archie quite an easy ball to control, which he didn't really take up. Monkey Moon has to keep the ball alive. Can Extra get there in time? Meant to try to find the ball and put it onto the floor, and it finally has. And we are going.
I think he must have just narrowly missed it. He looked good, though. He definitely wasn't far off after the ceiling double.
Endpoint is starting off very well here as relying on the mechanics. A bit far too delayed, and that is not the space that you can give up to an Extra who is always going to hit that shot.
Relating wave covered in a bit too much of the wall there. I think he may have lost his bearings and not realized that he was... You can't leave the top corner open just to keep your car in a safe location.
What I love about everything you said there, Johnny, is that this is all thoughts that you as a defender have to go for. Oh my goodness. All right, well, whatever Relating Wave was scared of last time came very much true this time around.
Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning, you know, you've got to worry about the bump. Monkey Moon aerialing up above crossbar height for that one. And already leading by 2. BDS have just stuck to their gun.
Have Endpoint got something that they can do to really upset the state of this game? Relating Wave tried to dive on him. Monkey Moon had full vision of him. That turns aggressively in. It's something that they're going to have to do. We've already seen Endpoint happy to go full aggression once they put themselves in this sort of position. And Norris with the doink to put it to 2-1.
He's in the zone. Perfect pass from Archie. And Norris shows that you don't need to dodge to hit the ball.
Looking for the backboard. There was a miss from Monkey Moon. Shot saved by Seiko. Finds the clear. And BDS versus Moist Esports will be your Super 16 Grand Finals.
Oh, great push at the end there from Endpoint. That was